Okay, let's start today's class. Basically, we'll be dealing with the modules and file handling. But before that, let's try to solve a question. Okay, and this is considered to be a medium level question. Now, what is the question says is that given a string S, find the length of the longest substring without duplicate character. Now, for more clarification, they have given the examples as well. That these are the examples. Suppose the string contain ABC, AB, C, BB. Okay. And the output seems to be 3. Why? Because if you see the longest substring, if you say A and then comes B, then comes C without repeating it, and then A again. So A got repeated, right?
Yes.
So we cannot consider this one. So we'll keep this maximum value inside this maximum value. We'll take a max and we'll put the 3 over there. Then we will increase I to B. And then again we'll see B again unique, C unique, A unique, again B is repeating. So the maximum value will remain 3 until it is getting more than 3, right? Again, I will come to the C, again C is unique, A is unique, B is unique, but again C is getting repeated. Again the value is 3. So max value 3 will remain as it is. Again it got increases. So this is how it looks like. You got the why the output is 3?
Yes.
If we see this one, see all are identical. So minimum 1 will be the answer. You cannot have 0 as answer. Got it?
Yeah, because we have B.
Yep. Because everything is B, so all is repeating. So only one character is unique, and that's why 1 is the answer. Whereas in this case, if you see P is unique, W is unique. But the third is again W. So max value will remain 2. Again, P in increment to W. W and W. Again, max value will remain 2 because the here value is 1. So again, we'll calculate from this W. W unique, K unique, E unique, which is 3. Again, W is getting repeated. So 3 is the maximum value that will be returned. And the constant is s dot length, means the maximum string length should be less than 10 to the power 4. 5 into 10 to the power 4. Okay. Great. So let's see how we're gonna solve it. Let's try some brute force approach. Okay. And then we will look into the actual result. So I'm having, suppose this is A, this is B, this is C, again this is A, and then B. Sorry for my writing.
It's
That's how you usually write in pen.
yeah.
ABC, ABC, and then B. ABC, ABC, and then B, and B. Okay. So initially, see, we'll solve it like the previous question. We'll take 2 loops. Okay. One loop means I will remain over here. Okay. This is our I. And we'll also take J. But the thing is, in the last question, we were starting J from here, right? But here, even one character can also pass. So we cannot expect J to be the I plus 1. We have to start from here itself, right? Right now?
Yep.
Yeah, there is this one. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll just increment first both are in. So max, I'll take a max I cannot take because max is a keyword. So I'll take maxi. Okay. So maxi here right now, maxi value is 1. And see, whenever it comes duplicate, which of the following collections where duplicate is not accepted? Is it dictionary, set, list, tuple, what?
Dictionary.
Say again?
Dictionary.
No, dictionary you can have same value, but you cannot have same key.
Okay.
Out of list, tuple, and set, which three is the collection that do not accept duplicate?
List, tuple, and set.
Set,
Because they
right?
have all the
Yes.
different types of the.
Yep. So set is this one. So we'll take an empty set as well. Okay. Suppose m underscore set. ms, for now I'm just keeping the name ms. And this one is empty right now. Okay.
Mm.
Maxi is 0 right now. And I'll take this set. So what I'm going, I'll increment the j first. Okay. And it is going up to the n. So I'll run my loop till the n. Okay. Fine. So we'll start from j. J goes to the next element. And is the next element unique? Yes. If it is unique, first I'll keep this a inside it. Is the next element similar like a? No, right? So I'll keep inside the set. Is the next element, means j is checking, okay? J is getting incremented and j is
Yeah.
responsible for this one. And j is again checking the c element. Is this already exist in this set? No, it does not exist. So c. Okay. Again, this comes a back again. So a is already exists. Yes, it already exists. So for now, max value is 3. Okay, if it is already exists, I'll break the loop of j and I'll increment the I. I will not come to here. This is my new I. Again, I will start from here. I, then it increment to, this is unique, C is the unique. Okay, so this list is gone now. Max value I have stored and this list is abandoned. Again, a new list is coming in which B is the first character. Okay, C is the next character. Then comes your A. And then again, B again is getting repeated. So his max value is somewhat different than this one. Again, not 3. Okay, so see,
Yeah.
how can you get another, this one updated one? You can compare, this is the maxi, the updated one. Along with that, if I do I value j minus I, so j value is greater. So what j is, suppose the first example, if I take this one, j comes to third one, okay, 3. I was on the first one, minus 1. And then I need one more. See, this algorithm, j minus I plus 1. This one will give you the updated set. For example, only the j, I, and j combination. I cannot have, see, if I only write j minus I, it can go to 0 because if there will be only one element, then maxi will not be get updated. Along with that, j minus I, j is also 1, I is also 1, and both will be 0. And 0 cannot be your answer. So 1 will always be answer. That's why I added plus 1. So out of these two, there will be always one option. So j minus I plus 1. Okay, the same algorithm keeps on repeating. So let's try to code and let's see, okay, how well it is understood. So since we have already understood the function, so we now onwards we'll try to write a function. Def any name, longest substring, let's give longest underscore substring. And what are we expecting from the user? See, what do we need? We're expecting this as from the user, where they will send this string value. Now, what do we need? We'll take a max equal to 0 for now. We need an empty set, right?
Mm.
along with that n also I'll keep it. N is nothing but length of s. So we'll get up to how much we have to run the loop. And let's take an empty set. We got the empty set too. Okay, all the initial parameters clear. Now we have to run for I in range. Okay, I will go up to n, right? It's non-mandatory that I will always remain j minus or the n minus 1 part. There is nothing like that because there could be only one string as well, right? Is it clear? Up till here, everything is clear?
Yeah.
And j for j in, we are running from starting from I till n, right? It's not that it is starting from the first, it is starting always from the I. If I is the first one, it will start from the first one. Okay. What should be the next one? I'll just check if s in I, sorry, inside it is j. No? If s in j, if this value, this is basically a word, a letter, which is being passed over here, is already exist in the set, then what I will do, I will just break my loop right over there. And if it does not exist, I will add it, right? So add it where? In my set that add s of j, sorry, right? So up till here we have done like the adding part. J is getting one step closer. J is from A to B. Again, B is a unique one. It will add it. So J is the one which is incrementing and adding into the sets, right? And now I'll have to keep everything updated in my maxi. So maxi is 0 right now. And what I have to return? I have to return same max amount, max number between maxi is always going to update and this one j minus I plus 1. This part. So whichever one is the greater one will be updated to maxi always. So initially maxi is 0, so the value of 0. Now it get updated to 3. Okay, so 3 value is this one, right? Right now maxi value is 0 and j minus I plus 1 value is 3 when it goes to this location, C location, right? That is j value is 3, I value is 1, 3 minus 1 plus 1, which is comes out to be 3. So the new value of maxi will be 3. Again, next step, j will be updated and these 3 steps will be taken. B, C, A, again these 3 are unique. So again, maxi will be updated with a 3. Need not to be updated, 3 will always remain 3 until any number greater than 3 will replace this maxi and the new value of maxi will be updated. Once you get the updated one, just return maxi. That's it. Any question from this? All clear now, all the steps?
Yes.
So let's call this function. Let's keep it inside this S ABC, ABC, AB. This was the, and we are going to print our function, which we have called longest substring and passing what? Passing s. Save it. Okay. My set dot add. Yes. This is my set. Oh, you cannot write empty set like this. You have to do like this. Nice.
We need to define the data set.
Yeah. For example, in case of, dictionary, we just, if we give just this one, na, that's fine. But in case of set, you need to write it is set. Right. How would it understand whether you are writing print one, set one? Means parenthesis is a bit confusing unless you write the keyword set. Then it will take the value add for it. Now if I run, see the value is 3. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'll just copy everything from here. I'll go to the LeetCode and print everything over here. Okay, small s is taking as a string. Let's run this code. Okay, it got fail in one of the test cases. That is the important one. So the output should be 2 and here the expected output is 3. Mm. Any guess what would be the issue? PWWKEW. So P is I and J is at P. Okay. Then come here. So P is getting a W, a unique one. Okay. J will come to W. J will get set added to this my set. And then J value is 2, 2 minus 1 plus 1, that is 2. So max value is 2. Okay. Again W comes. So it will break it. Okay. And I value should get updated. So I value is again, it got a break. This got break and because W in the W, so this loop itself got a break. Okay. So once this loop, again I value will increment to 1 and it should come over here. But the thing is, set already contain this part, right? S of J. So instead of here, we need to empty the set after J loop is getting break. Let's see if this work. Because once the I will run, again I need the empty set, right? Because in this one, I told you, we will delete the set, right? And we will start the new set every time J or I get updated. And now let's run this one. See, it worked. Did you get this point?
Yeah.
If we write this one on the top of this I, then this was not getting updated. Means not getting empty every time this loop get over. What do we want? We want the set to get empty every time one condition fulfill.
Yeah.
But the issue with this one, what is the time complexity that it is taking?
The
How many loops we are having?
2 n
Two.
is 2 is 2 and
No, n
n
square,
is
right?
2.
N into n.
n square here.
This one is running up till n, and this one is also running up till n. So total n square. And what is space complexity?
Space complexity log n.
Not log n. Space complexity could be only two. Either it could be O of 1 or it could be O of n. Okay. So what happening? I'm taking every time an empty set, right? And by default, the set is actually O of 1. Okay. Time complexity, sorry, space complexity in set is O of 1. But every time you are adding over here, right? In this set. And you're adding up to the n. So the space complexity is O of n and time complexity is O of n square.
Okay.
Okay. Now we will optimize this at the end of this class. Okay. You understood the question? Understood the brute
Yes.
force approach? Now, if you could not get the time to improve this code, it will be your homework. You can try it, the best approach. Okay. Let's go ahead with our modules and file handling part. Now, any idea what is modules and file handling?
No.
Okay. So the thing is, now we come to the corporate sector. Okay. And in corporate programming, even in when you write the complex project, you cannot expect you will be having only one page. Okay, one page of one folder of Python. You could have multiple folders, multiple files of Python, which are interdependent to each other, right? One file, other function could be imported, other file, other function will be imported. I'll show you one. What's it in? Where was that code? Projects. Yeah. So this is a complex project, okay? Now if you see, how many folders involved? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 folders and these many files. Are these files independent to each other? Nope,
No.
they are not. Okay, if I open any file, it should be importing. Okay, see, every file is importing something from the other file. For example, this one is auth layout. From import auth layout from which one? Auth layout. So I'll go to the auth layout. Where is this auth layout? So it is in the component. So I'll go to the component. Then inside the component, there's auth layout. Here it is. So this whole is getting imported in this dashboard part. Okay, or create group, whatever. So every file is dependent upon each other. And that's where the modules and the packages comes into the picture. Let's see one by one. So these are the things we'll look into this one: modules, packages, PEP, virtual environment, which we have already dealt with it, CSV, JSON file, and the file operation, read, write, close. Okay. So see what is module. So module is nothing but any py file is considered to be a module if it contains this one, functions, classes, or whatever. But if it is, as long as it is a Python file, it can be considered as a module. Okay. So that's why here it is said any .py file is automatically a module. Import with the module name. Module name basically the file name. I'll show you in just a minute. For a module to be imported, you always use the import keyword. Understood? A module is basically a file which contains a bunch of functions, classes. Okay, that is known as a module. So a module is simply a .py file containing a Python code, function, classes, and variables that can be used across the program instead of rewriting it. So instead of rewriting in this single file, we can use this one in the multiple files. Got it? And packages is basically the combination of folder which contain the multiple Python files is known as package. So module is basically a file, whereas a package is a folder in which there is a multiple files of Python. Got it?
Yeah.
Let's do this one, hands-on on this one. So what I'm going to do, I'll create a folder with the name of shop. Okay. Inside this one, I'll create multiple files. Billing.py. Then again, inventory.py. Okay. So I'm having two files, billing and then inventory. Okay. So if you see the similar structure I have mentioned over here too, there is a shop which contains a billing, inventory, and there is this one. I'll tell you what is the meaning of this one. Which is init.py. Not ing. Got it? So inside this shop folder, I'm having three folders: init, billing, and inventory. So let me just write a function up there. Suppose billing function, I have already written it. So suppose this is billing part. So basically a function with the name of create invoice, which containing order ID, and this is going to be printed. Okay. Then this one I'm keeping for my inventory. So inventory printing, check the stock. Product ID, I don't know right now. I'm just passing product ID. Stock is 15. If stock is greater than 0, which is of course 15 is greater than 0, stock is available with this stock quantity and the item. Got it? Product ID will be passed over here. We'll see how. Okay. And I have this main function outside. I'll just now see what it is saying. From shop is basically the folder. Import billing. So I'm importing all the billing. Everything inside the billing will be imported. Okay. Again, from shop.inventory, inventory. I'm just changing. Okay. So from shop, I'm using C. Both are different. From dot inventory means particularly from this function. Dot inventory. Dot inventory is basically this particular file. Okay. Dot inventory import this particular function. So if you want to import any particular function, you have to write like this with the file name. But if you want to import the whole file name, basically the whole module, then do like this. So can you tell me what will be the output if I run this main.file?
Mm.
So see, billing.create invoice. This function is in billing create invoice, and I'm passing 101. So this will be the output along with order ID will be 101. And then after print function means a space will be given, and then check stock SKU42 will be called. Check stock this function and product ID will be SKU42. And what will be printed? Stock available, stock item, and this two statement, right? Any confusion, any question?
No.
Now, what is the use of this init? I have not mentioned anything in this one. Okay, you need not to. Init is a module which basically says that this shop is now a package. You cannot consider shop as a simple folder. Got it? So
Yeah.
this is a placeholder which says that shop is a package, not a simple folder. Now I'll run it this one. And yep, it got printed. It took little time because it called both the files, checked in the functions, and then printed. Got it? So 101 we passed over here, and then SKU42 we passed, and see SKU42 is now printed over here too. Understood what is package, modules, functions, everything?
Yes.
Great. Let's go ahead. Now pip is similarly like a package. Okay, it's nothing different. So if you want to install anything, everything is inside this pip. So pip is a Python package installer. So everything you want to install, suppose Panda I want to install. So pip is the one, first you install the pip. If you have the pip, you can install any installer. So I already have pip in my, this one, script library virtual environment. Script, see all the pips is over here. If I do pip, install Panda, we have already installed it, and see it installed, installing in the latest version. Got it? So what is pip? Pip is a package which contain all the installer, Panda and everything, NumPy, everything is contained inside this. So basically pip is a folder which contain all the installers. Okay. Virtual environment, we have already looked into the virtual environment, how to create a virtual environment, right?
Yeah.
So Python -m, venv and env then. So this is the another way. You type in your PowerShell env script activate, then it get activated. But I'm not recommending this two step to go and do it. Just do this one, it will fine. So what it is saying, once you create a virtual environment, everything will get installed in your virtual environment. Okay. If you want to again deactivate, but if you use this one to activate your virtual environment, then you can do deactivate and it will deactivate. I mean, it will not install in your virtual environment no longer. So a virtual environment is an isolated Python setup per project. Okay, because every version you can install every project. And so each project dependency and the version stays separated and conflict free. So no matter how many different versions you are having, you will never face the conflict if you have the virtual environment, which I mostly recommend. Okay. Any questions, any doubt so far?
No.
Let me know if I'm going fast also.
Nothing.
It's fine, huh? So far?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Now CSV. See, there are mostly a lot of type of files. Okay, but in case of this one, datas, you mostly see JSON file or CSV file. These two are the most famous one. So if you are using this CSV file, okay, if you are trying to see, we have couple of permissions. So I'll just show you. Hmm. Okay. See, the moment you will use it as a packet, this cache will get automatically updated. Now, what is the use of this one? Next time when you will run this main.py, it get quickly updated, right? Previously, first time when we run it, it took little time, isn't it? But the next time, it is giving the result in an instant. Why? Because This cache one is storing your output data. See, billing and inventory and init. Everything is getting stored in the cache. So it gives you the quick update. Very beneficial. Okay. So I'll go to the main, I'll copy, paste this one. So what I'm doing, I'm importing CSV. Open students.csv. Do I have any CSV? No, I don't have. So I'll just create a file with students.csv. Okay. And then do I have a data? I should have. Okay. I'll copy this data to my CSV. Now this is my row name. Column is name. Another column is with the score. Okay. Now see. For opening any file, use the open command. Open student.csv, the file name. If file is stored in any other location, give the full location of that one. But since the file is in the same location, so I'm not giving, I need not to give any other location. Then comma, new line. Basically, after every statement, a new line will be printed. Okay. As f, and this is the f on which we will do the looping part. What I'm doing, I'm just reading because everything is already inside this file. So I'm just reading. So to read CSV file, you have a function inside this. What is this? It is a package or a module? Tell me. CSV is a package or a module?
Yes.
Hmm?
CSV. It's different model.
It's a module. Okay. And in this module, a function is written. Okay, DICT function reader. If you want to check this function, just see. The moment I click, the class is open of this one. Everything is mentioned. Need not to bother about this one. Okay, this is predefined. So everything inside this file is I'm storing in F, and this CSV function is reading it and putting everything inside this read function, read variable. And I'm just reading it row by row and printing it. The name, any row with the name and any row with the score. And just, do you want to install the recommended Rainbow CSV extension? Let's install it. Okay, let's go back. Main.py. Copy path, go to main. I will save it. Oh, I might have not saved it. Maybe that's why. See, now I got everything is printed.
Yeah.
Syntax warning, invalid escape sequence, such need not to give this one. See, now also it's printing. So just a file or the file, this one file name is enough. Full path is also enough if it is at a different place. Earlier the issue was this was not getting, now it was saved. That's why it was not printing anything. Understood? Open function is used to open the file. Okay. CSV DICT reader is to read the CSV file. We'll dig a little deeper more. Okay. Let's go with the writing the CSV file. So if you do not have a CSV file and you want to write it, so you can simply, this one is not preferred, but just for the testing one. To see the function, DICT writer. We have already seen the reader one. Let's see the writer one. So a new file will get created over here, employee.csv. Okay, writing will be there, W, and new line will be created for every name and salary. Okay. See, employee got created, employee.csv, name, salary, and here is the values. Clear?
Yes.
How to use the reader function and how to use the DICT writer function. That's it. So writer function, you have to give two parameters. First is the file on which everything will get saved. Another is the row name. What will be the row name under which this value get stored? Okay. What is this? It is a list, dictionary, a set, or tuple. What do we call from top to bottom?
Mm.
How will you call it? It
Top
is
to
a,
bottom
yeah. What
list.
is is it a list, set, dictionary, tuple?
It's list.
It's a list of dictionary. This is a
Mm.
dictionary and this is
Yeah.
a list. So whole dictionary is packed inside a list. So it is a
Okay.
list of dictionaries. Okay.
Mm.
Got it. Now the same case with the JSON one. If you see what I'm doing here, I'm passing the data. So I'm going to open a data to JSON file and I'm doing the write function over there. W means write. Okay, here it is, everything I mentioned. W means to open and write. R means open and read. X means create a new file, open it for writing. A means open for writing and appending. Means if you want to add any more data into it. B means binary code. T means text code. X means open a disk file for updating. Means read or write whatever you want to do. You can do it with a plus. So let's quickly just do with the JSON one. So again, importing JSON, which is a module. I'm passing a dictionary where the name is Asha, score is 88. A data.json file will get created over here the moment I'll run it. Okay. Everything is going to store in F. JSON.dump. Okay, dump means dumping all the data inside this one. So what data are you dumping? First the data itself, this whole part. I'm dumping in data. F means where the file is getting stored and which the file it is getting stored. And indent is basically the space, how much space you required. So write dot open, again I'm reading this same file. Here I'm writing it, here I'm reading it. Okay. Load means reading, dump means putting into it, writing basically. So only Asha got printed because loaded, only I'm printing the name. Okay. If I want to print, what else is score? Is it taking only one value at a time? So in case of loaded, one value read at one time. Score. So Asha and then 88. Got it?
Yeah.
So these are the file operation we can do. R means read, write. This is simple file operation. Okay, need not necessary to be a CSV or a JSON file. Normal simple file operation. Now let's do a complicated one. Understand this one, and we'll be done with this. Now you tell me what is happening over here, one by one. So it will be clear. But for that, before that, we required a, what are we doing? We are opening and reading it, right? So we need a score.csv file. I'll create a file with score.csv. We need data. So I'll put some data. Mm, and save it. Yes, go ahead.
So it's open and every new line it
Okay.
read
Open
and
which
every
file?
time it
This file. Okay.
score.csv.
Yeah.
The new line command goes on the new line
Okay.
and will read dictionary of it, like suppose
Yeah.
dictionary.
Mm-hmm.
It will check the student list
Mm-hmm.
and
Score list.
then score list.
Mm-hmm.
And then reports for the, it will run the loop for
Mm-hmm.
the every student.
So
It will
basically, when I
initiate the
do
marks for the
list,
different.
basically when I do list reader, what it will do, it will create a list of the list in the form. Here it is in the form of CSV, right? It will
Yes.
create in the form of list now. Okay. So how will it look? It will look like this. First, student name. Okay. Then their scores. 88, like this will come. Since it is a number, need not to give the double quotes. So this is how it will get a store. Okay. Then next for go ahead. Start from the for. We are creating an empty list, that is report.
And then we will start the loop and put the records for one by one for the student.
Mhm.
Then we do the average of the
We will
marks is an
put the record of every student inside this marks side. Math
yeah,
column, science column, and English column.
English column.
Math, science, and English. So these three number will be inserted inside this marks. Then what we'll do, we'll sum and take out the average,
Yes.
and then
And then print name and average.
yep, name and average up to 0.2 decimal. Okay, rounding up to 2 decimal.
Decimal.
And then we are creating a new file with the name of report.csv,
Report.csv.
which will contain
Name and average.
name and average. Okay, so let's print it. See, now report.csv got created, and this is the average 87.67. Priya got the highest 93.67. Ria got 96. Got it?
Yeah.
Any question in reading and writing the file?
No.
All clear, no?
Yeah.
So just do a couple of hands-on on this one. Okay.
Okay.
And the question that we did with the brute force, try to do it with the best approach.
Okay.
In the next class, we will look into the best approach of that one. Okay. If you come across, that's well
Yeah.
and good. But if you face any confusion and question, then
Yeah.
I'll take a look into the best approach. We'll do the best approach of it. Or
Okay.
shall I do right now? What do you suggest?
I can try once.
Yeah, try once. Okay, if I'll do everything, then you might not get the core of this.
Yeah.
Because this is a very important question. Okay, majority of the questions are circling around it. The previous
Okay.
question is somewhat related to this one, and again, it's a bit more advanced to the previous question.
Okay.
Okay, just do it and let me know how it goes. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.